Today we're going to circle back to the Modern Horizons 3 stuff that came out recently and go ahead and do some historic brawl with the Necrobloom, which also can be built in paper the way I have it built. So either way, you're covered for now. Let's get into the deck and take a look at it now. So what are we doing with the Necrobloom? Well, there's a few different ways you can build this deck. This one is more focused on the tokens and using those as a way to win. So let's take a look at this and see how I got this built. The first two columns are just, your generic stuff that are in the Abzan colors for removal. We have a little bit of aristocrat style stuff. The most important stuff are actually in the other four columns here. This column here with the Gitrog monster at the bottom, this is all stuff that helps us get extra lands into play to get additional landfall triggers off of the Necrobloom to make more plant and zombie tokens, as well as, trying to dig up those 7 different land names we need to have for the Necrobloom to start making zombies. And then we also have other landfall trigger things going on, like Lotus Cobra, Nissa, Scoot Swarm, which is amazing at all times. Tireless Provisioner, Felidar Retreat is really good here. And then we have Ancient Green Warden. It doesn't have its own landfall trigger, but it makes landfall triggers double. So it's just really good here. We have Roaming Throne sitting over here too that does a similar type thing as the Ancient Green Warden, but I wanted to point out the Green Warden here. And then what we're going to do here to give some big burst dumb stuff is we have Aftermath Analyst to get stuff out of our graveyard, along with the World Shaper, get our lands back in one big massive batch. And you can do a really dumb trick here. You can sacrifice all your lands to the Sylvan Safekeeper. You could also do it if you have this in your hand, which is Pitiless Carnage, because you can sacrifice all your lands in one big batch, then use the Analyst to bring them all back and get a bunch of landfall triggers off of it. So what are we doing with all these landfall triggers? Well, with the Necrobloom spitting out tokens in rapid fire pace, we have 3 cards that look at our little guys coming in and starts blasting our opponents with like Corpse Knight, Comball Profiteering Mare, and Wisp Drinker Vampire. And then these things kind of snowball in with things like Ocelot Pride, because some of them do life gain as well. So then we get an additional burst of tokens at the end of the turn to give us some more drain and gain at the end of the turn. There's just a lot of dumb little interactions that are here. Let's see what you guys think of it, and we'll talk more about it after. Shelob, the child of Ungoliant. We're going to try to turn our stuff into food. Sure, we'll try this. We have the Lotus Cobra in hand. We also have other options too. I probably should have played the lands backwards. I didn't. But we're gonna go this route. Let's see if they have removal. Okay, not removal. Play that, tap, sack it, 2 mana. Do what? Green. Do this thing. Let's get, I'm just looking at what's in my hand right now. We need a lot of green to run this deck, so let's grab another green. We'll go ahead and make a white. And I'm going to go ahead and cast the Necrobloom. Screw it. I'm going to force them to have something, because if they don't, I'm just going to start generating tokens. Alright, they have an arena. We're going to dredge, because that's a fetch land, which is really good with Necrobloom and with that. If we play Lush Portico, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to play this. We'll make a green, tap this, do it again, go get, this time we're going to get a white. I'm going to make a white off of this. I'm going to play Mirari's Wake. So if they decide to kill stuff, it doesn't matter, because the mana's doubled off our lands, so we're going to be in good shape even if they destroy the Necrobloom here, because we'll have enough mana to make up for the commander tax. Now I need something that gives all my stuff +1/+1 counters for like the Tenured Inkcaster and the Abzan Falconer and stuff, just to start slamming across. All right, Tireless Provisioner. Very good. Are you gonna boots it? I should steal their Phyrexian Arena, is what I should do. I'm gonna draw because I need other things. All right, let's play the Wisp Drinker Vampire. We'll play the Lush Portico. Right. Yeah, it can go. Because I can flash it. I need to use Abstruse, a black. Let's go ahead and get rid of their Phyrexian Arena. We need to cut down their card draw. And then let's... I'm not going to put my one thing in trouble. Let's just go ahead and swing with the Necrobloom. Everything else can sit still. But we've used Abstruse Appropriation to get rid of their arena. All right, they went to 12. They wanted their Tireless Provisioner. They must be short on mana. All right, they got enough for Shelob now. But they also know I have a Rite of Oblivion in the graveyard. It might have been more right to leave that on top simply for me to mill off of the next turn off of a dredge. But I couldn't see that staying on top. Shelob does not have let me see my battlefield really quick. I'm gonna draw. Ocelot Pride. That's a good one. We don't have a land though. That's the sucky part. Like no land in sight. Let's cast their Phyrexian Arena. Use that white mana to play the Ocelot. So there's our life gain. Let's see. 3 in the air. God, I almost feel like I'm walking into something stupid like a board wipe. That's the reason why I run the Wisp Drinker, though, is we got so many little stupid creatures coming into play off of this, even if they're just the zombies. Now, it won't, if with the Wake, it's a little bit of a non-bow with the zombie part, but all the plant tokens, and if we're dredging so much and just replaying like fetch lands and stuff, it's going to take a little bit of time to get up to the zombies anyways. So, yeah, that was a lot smoother than what I've been experiencing thus far. Chandra just to kill. Well, hopefully this deck, if it's going to kill me, isn't going to take as long as the last deck I just played up against. It's not going to make the video, but I just got done playing against a mono green 6 deck that took over 20 minutes to try and kill me. And it just drove me absolutely insane. Now, the reason I did what I just did with the O'Hare Talk is in 2 turns, I could have the Chthonian Nightmare online. And that's what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play this simply for the 3 energy, because I can sacrifice a creature, not pay the energy, pay 0, and then play it again and have 6 energy, and I can bring O'Hare Talk back. It's actually been a very flexible card. All right, that's not funny. We're going to go ahead and play the Wayward Swordtooth so that I can play a land. Just to get out on the land side of things. Alright, there's Chandra. Like I said, at least this way, if they're going to kill me, well, you know, it's going to be quick. All right, so do we Necrobloom into a plains? Yeah, I think that's what we do, is we Necrobloom into the plains. Not gonna put Ocelot Pride out yet. Though I could, and then I'd have the city's blessing, and then I could block. I think that's the only reason I'm doing it, is I will have city's blessing. So Wayward Swordtooth can now block. Or attack. That's fine. You can kill it. I already have the city's blessing, and I can use Chthonian Nightmare to bring it back. So I'm going to go punch Chandra. Or our Smoldering Egg, you know, whatever. We're going to end the turn. We'll leave the Nightmare on the board, because then I can sack a plant, pay 1, bring the Pride back, and then... Oh, they're playing something big. Hello. Ava. Okay. I could do that too. I'm trying to think of like what the good play here is. Let's do Nissa. That thing's annoying. Let's go. So if I fetch that, I guess go with a green for now. I gotta decide what land I'm gonna get. I guess the underground mortuary? We'll dump a swamp, and that gives us a dredge option. We have a green floating. Let's go with a white. All right, so we have 4 mana to play with. No way to do that. We could do Chthonian Nightmare, sack a plant, bring back the Ocelot. Or we could... we'll just pay 1. Bring back the Ocelot Pride, sack this. And then... do that, replay that, or do I do this and use all the mana? I think I just replay Chthonian Nightmare only for the fact so I don't get zapped in the face again. Kind of sick of getting zapped. Let's punch Chandra, or punch at Chandra.
Can't douse these flames.
All right. So now we can sit back. We have 5 energy to bring something reasonably sized back. Luckily, that dodges the Cemetery Gatekeeper, because it's really annoying. Okay, well, I'll just use my Chthonian Nightmare to bring it back again. Do I dredge or not? I think we dredge. Okay. Interesting. We got options here. We have Rosie and we have the Gitrog. Let's play the Marsh Flats. Make a white. Let's use the Chthonian Nightmare. Get back to Thalia and the Gitrog monster. Sack a plant. Replay the Chthonian Nightmare. And +1/+1 counter on it has lifelink. Don't think I want to play anything into that because that just sounds like a bad idea. Let's go after Chandra again. Let's see if they... I need to see if I can force them to block, and I'm not getting anywhere doing that.
Party's over.
Because now we have to be a little more circumspect about what we play just because of that stupid gatekeeper. That's just as bad. All right. Not gonna fetch the thing. We're gonna draw a regular card here. We're not gonna screw with the other. Play a land. Make a green. Now this is big enough that I might take my chances on taking a couple points to the face. No, I'm not swinging with that. These two, however, can. If they have a shock or a play with fire in hand and kill Nissa, it's whatever. And we'll end the turn. Create a food token whenever I create a token, put a counter on something other than Rosie. They have a lifelink. This could be a juggle job with Rosie Cotton this next turn, which we might need to do just because of Fanatical Firebrand and company. All right, we're gonna draw. Okay, that's a thing we can do. All right. Cancel. Hang on. No, not cancel. 1, 2, 3. Get Rosie Cotton back. We'll sack a 0/1. Creates a token. Put a counter on the Cultivator Colossus. Play the Abzan Battle Priest. Yes, I'm going to take 2 to the face. But my 9/9 now has lifelink. And I'm coming for your face. That'll flip that up on its head a little bit. And we'll replay the Chthonian Nightmare. And because we can, let's go pay 1. We'll bring back that Ocelot Pride. And we'll sack the 0/1. And the turn. And then this should copy all of our stuff. Let's put another counter here. Counter here. Here. I want to make sure if they have a deal 5 damage thing that Thalia can live through it. Because so far that has proven to be very, very good. Okay, well, it's not dealing damage to my face, and Thalia is going to eat it. I don't care about that Demon Bolt. That poor Ocelot Pride. It's been just chewed up this game, and the only reason it's ever seeing play is because of Chthonian Nightmare. All right, we're going to sacrifice the Marsh Flats in response. And we'll go get an Indatha. And I'll use that to put a count, because it'll create a thing, or a zombie token. I'll put the counter on Rosie to save her, and then we're just going to swing with this massive Cultivator Colossus next turn. Karumonix the Rat King. So this is either a rat overload or try to poison us out. We'll give it a try. I went in and I made some changes. I don't normally like changing my decks partway through, but I really was struggling with some of the games, and the deck just wasn't meshing as well as I thought it was. So I went through and did a pretty significant amount of changes of about 11 cards. So what you're going to see at the beginning of the video is going to be representative of what is at this point onward through the video. Our opponent's doing their mulls. Well, twice. Okay. I was like, are they going to scoop? I was like... We need a land. It's what we need. Yay. All right. So let's get black market connections online. Probably. You know what? They're going to try to poison us out. I'm going to go full tilt for this one. All right, so Necrobloom is online, but the problem with that is it's open for getting destroyed. Well, we do have Snakeskin Veil available. 6 would just... you know what? We're going to do this because we have Snakeskin Veil. So if they spend their turn trying to kill the Necrobloom, then they're not going to be able to cast their commander. That's the thought process, and then we can just juke them. Yeah, we're just going to juke them. Which this is where I was going with this. Now, 1 black. What do you got? Okay, whatever. I don't care. Necrobloom's the more important part of this particular puzzle. Let's go with just... you know what? Screw it. We'll go full tilt again one more time. We have some options there. I'm going to... If I do... I can't do both. I can't do Harrow and Rosy Cotton. I'm 1 mana short. Unless I do it in reverse order. So I'll do a green sacrifice. We'll go get a green and a black. Is that what I need? No, I'm going to get a green and a white, actually. That'll give us 2 triggers of Necrobloom. And then... What do I do with that? Let's go with World Shaper. Because it amounts to a bigger problem for them in the grand scheme. Because if they can't get rid of it before I start getting a bunch of lands in the graveyard with Necrobloom, and I have Phyrexian Reclamation in hand, so I can use that to get the Necrobloom back if they waste more time trying to kill it. We also have 6, which helps too. So you get what now? Oh, you seek a card with mana value equal to the poison counters. Gotcha. And this is just a straight poison deck, it looks like. Okay. We're going to dredge this. And we'll do this for now. We're getting a little low on life. I got a little too aggressive earlier. If we do that, we make that. Let's do Rosy Cotton. Put a counter on the plant. Let's play a land, which will get us another trigger off of Rosy. Make the plant just a little bit bigger. And then if we do that... I can use that to cast things out of my graveyard. I'm just trying to think like what the smart play here is. Let's do 6, because we could possibly mill some lands into the graveyard to use for dredging purposes later. Right now we have no lands in the graveyard. So you know what? We're going to swing with this. If they want to block and kill this, you know, whatever. Oh, perfect. 2 lands. Yeah, go ahead. Kill it. I don't care. Kill it. I'm getting zombie tokens. Oh, yeah. I'm getting my fun. Let's go here. And here. Oh, Oh, I don't have enough stuff to get the zombies yet. I'm forgetting. This is not like the, this is not like Field of the Dead. You gotta have different named lands. But that's okay. Because we could either do Conduit or we can do... Or we could do Phyrexian Reclamation. Or we could just play Felra Retreat and start slamming lands. If we draw them. Rats have Toxic 1, which is fine. I'm going to block anything I can block. And 6 can take out the Blightwing Whelp. Let's see if they miss the very obvious reach on this card. Life for treasure. I need a life linker of some sort. Let's put a counter on 6, because why not? I think the play is going to be, oh shoot, I don't have a land to retrace that. You know what? We're gonna actually play Bastion. Good game, my butt, bud. Don't even get me there. Let's put a counter here. And what do we got in the graveyard? Anything? Everything? Nothing? I guess let's be mana efficient and drop Conduit now. I can't play anything else off of this. So we're just gonna start dumping stuff on the board. Now, if they have the guy that gives fear, then okay, great. I'm probably gonna get poisoned to death, but okay. They don't have that. And that's fine. Okay, so now they can punch past 6 because I put a counter on it. We're going to... You realize I'm going to block things, right? I'm blocking all day long. If my stuff dies, you're gonna lose life and I'm gonna gain life. So I'm okay with this. So this will give us a little bit of life back. And it got rid of the stupid Death Toucher, too. Alright, we need land. Give me land. Okay, they don't have the mana unless that last card in their hand is a land. Okay, we got a land. We good. Treasure. We're gonna put the counter on 6. And we're gonna do... So what is this? 4. I'm trying to think of like what the math here adds up to. We put counters on everything. I can't swing with everything, so I'm just gonna swing with 6. Yep. Next. All right, so now we have the ability to retrace stuff. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to retrace the Moldervine out of the yard. So now we have death triggers available on both sides to A, refill our hand, and B, drain them and gain us some life back. And we're only at 3 poisons, so I'm not overly concerned there. All right, Skulk Dweller's back. the pain in the neck. Which is fine, because we have the ability of lands off of 6. They're going to keep getting bigger and bigger stuff off that Blightwing whelp. And I do have a food token. I do need to remember to crack that eventually. We can bring the World Shaper back too. Oh, there! Wow, they finally got a rat colony. I am shocked. We're dredging. Oh, Wake's in the yard. We're just going to do the treasure because we're getting low on life still. Let's put a counter on a plant. Insidious Roots is interesting. Because we could play... We could play the land out of the graveyard off of the conduit, and then... What do we do with that? I think for now it's going to be Mirari's Wake. Discard this. Play the land out of the graveyard to get the counters rolling. It's like, now I got to figure out, do I swing with all of the plants? Because it would force them to have to block some of this stuff. I think. Yeah, you know what? Because it gives us life, I'm going to and these have vigilance, so there's no downside to this. Because things dying gives us things. You take it, you die. Okay, that's one. Come on, put the Death Toucher in front of it. Thank you. That's what I wanted. So 2 things will die, so we'll gain 4 life. That's exactly what I want. You gonna gang block? Because I am more than okay with that. I have a very major disdain of these rat decks. All right, so we got 2 things dying. We're going to lose a life to the Wicked roll going away. And resolve the whole pile here. We will draw. Okay. And draw. Okay, so we're going to play the Insidious Roots. Discarding, actually, we'll discard Temple Garden because we're so low on life, we can't really afford to use the Temple Garden. And then we will also retrace this out of the graveyard. Which then gives us another thing, and then we'll put another counter there. That's the whole idea behind Insidious Roots, besides the fact that it makes plants to work with the Necrobloom, is to also, you know, use 6 to bring stuff back. And I mean, you blow stuff up, you're going to cause way more damage to yourself than you are to me. So I'm kind of okay with that. Ooh, and I get a Beseiju in the yard. We'll be dredging that back next turn. Because we have free lanes to swing into now. We don't have the Death Toucher causing us to not be able to swing our bigger stuff at them. Unless they get another Death Toucher, which I might not care at this point. Do we have the Concede? I got a lot of big stuff. Yeah, we're dredging Beseiju. Okay, they gave up, but I was gonna blow up their 1 ring to rule them all anyways. All right, we're going to try one more game, and it is against Ulamog the Defiler, which I have not come up against this as a commander yet. I've come up against it in the 99 of a deck before. That just totally wrecked my face. The Cultivate and the White are making me keep this. But if we don't get a land this next coming draw, we are going to be in a world of hurt. Now, we just beat up on a colorless deck. Okay, we did get the white land. So that's good. We're going to play the white. Call the Ring is not as good until you actually have something down you can mess around with. Filigree Familiar, that's fine. Alright, we don't need to hit ourselves upside the head with that. This is, you can do that search. I could do the Ocelot Pride, but yeah, you know what? Let's just do this. They'll block with that, so I'm not going to swing into it. Their Blast Zone is holding priority, though. We need... I think we need a green and a black. I think is what we need. Put the green into play. Put the black in my hand, because we have a green-white land in hand, so if we need another white, we have it. No attacks. Traverse would be so... Like, I have yet to cast Traverse or Scapeshift in any of my practice games, any of my recorded games with the Necrobloom on the battlefield. Like, that would be, to me, the best. Be able to just, you know, just grab a bunch of stuff and drop that out. Let's get our Necrobloom down. We'll play the Brush Land. Play the Ocelot Pride. And then let's swing with this. See if they block, and then I can always tap and sack the plant to get the land off of it. And then let's go get the fetch. Just fine. It gets that out of there. And I know I could have done the Ocelot Pride, but I wanted that trigger for Ascend. So, oh, and combo would be so good too. Like, it's like, how greedy can I get? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ew, they can cast Ulamog next turn. This could get really ugly. Though I may have to go with, like, trying to just burn them to death with my stuff. I almost think I have to. Let's see here. What's the better play here? Is it Oracle play an extra land now? Or is it do it then? Oh, it's so frustrating. I don't know what the right answer here is. You know what? We're going to play Call the Ring because we can make it so we can punch through the next turn with a combo trigger because I can make... Okay, so we're gonna get our extra stuff here. Cross my fingers and hope that Combo and Ocelot Pride survive this turn for Traverse the Outlands to just be like, bam, and burn them. Like, I hope they just spend their whole turn dropping Ulamog. Losing half my library is fine. Like, what did I lose? It's not as bad as what you would think. Roaming Throne kind of sucks. Nantuko kind of sucks, but yeah, it's doable. All right, so let's do this. Go get... Oh, I lost all of my basic forests, though. Jeez. Okay. We'll put a counter on the Necrobloom, like whatever. Draw a card. Dredge? Am I dredging? Am I dredging? I'm dredging, right? Yeah, we're dredging. And just a regular draw this time. Okay. So what does this do? X basic lands, which is greatest power among creatures you control. So I only have 2 power. I don't have anything big enough to actually make it matter. That's the thing that sucks. So, all right, let's get Oracle of Moldiah down. Let's do this. I don't like what's on top of my deck right now, so we're just going to do this. Before they can, you know, tear my deck apart again. Oh, this sucks because I can't punch through other than with the Necrobloom. Like, we're going to have to, like, seriously hope we can burn them out. And I just don't have anything bigger than a 2/2 right now. Like, Traverse is kind of a leftover for when I had some bigger creatures in the deck originally, and then I cut a lot of them out because they just weren't doing anything. Oh, dear. Cripe on a cracker. Okay. Well, that's a problem. Fix permanents, you say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Can I kill it if I stick enough stuff in front of it? Nope. Yeah, that's a dumb card. And now I don't think I have a chance unless I don't... Scapeshift, I think, is my only hope. And I just don't think it's going to get me there. Or I just have to come up with a removal spell for Ulamog so we don't die. Because I think we lost our Boseiju too. I don't remember if that was one of the cards I saw in the pile or not. No, we haven't lost it. But it's not in my graveyard either. Does it freaking matter at this point? Not really. I mean, we're gonna draw the card because we're getting screwed so hard. I'm just drawing cards right now because we're not. We're not getting far. I mean, Victimize doesn't do me any good either, does it? I guess we'll Ascend. Play this. It's like I am 1 land short of being able to, like, actually do anything. I could get up to 5. Let's go ahead and do... I don't know what we can do here. We're gonna fetch. I'm gonna go get it in Datha. Okay. Play this land. Do it again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I can do 16 total damage to them off of this. And actually, I don't even think I have the basics to do it. That's the thing that sucks the worst. Because they exiled so many basics out of my deck, I only have 3, so I can't even do that much. It's like, there's all of my lands that are left. This is so bad. I guess the guy that gains me life. Sucks so much. I guess I actually have no choice. I have to attack with, like, what I can while I can. We're going to dredge just to put a card back in my hand to draw. Okay. Because we're going to lose, we were going to lose the Insidious Roots anyways. Oh, this is so bad. Like, the Annihilator 6 is actually manageable because we're generating so many tokens, but we don't have any death triggers. That's the worst part. Yeah, we're only gonna get 2 triggers off of the Ocelot. Like, if we had actual token doubling, like a doubling season or any of those other spells, this would have been over so long ago. But I don't even know. Because we lost. We lost parallel lives to the exile. But we didn't. We lost Anointed Procession as well. We just didn't lose. We did not lose the doubling season.
Bathe in ghost fire.
Okay, so Comball's dead. That's bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7. Can't do enough to stop that. I'm not gonna block it. There's just no point, other than if I was gonna die right there on the spot. But there's no point in stopping it. Because we're going to need these bodies for the Annihilator if we're going to survive 2 turns, let alone 1. The ring tempts you. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to pay the life because I just do not have the option here. We're drawing because I need some answers. I mean, we can play that tapped. Are we gonna? Oh, we have our 7th land. Hallelujah. It's like, we have zombies, folks. We have zombies. What can we do here? Yep. I'm gonna dredge this because whatever. Well, there's my scape shift. I need 6. That's what I need. Because 6, I could actually get that scape shift out of my grave. Plus Comball, but I need 2 lands in hand to do that too. Ugh. All right, so they're gonna take what, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13. 1450. I actually have enough to block and kill Ulamog this time.
Ether itself serves me.
Because I can just feed the plant tokens to it. What does Spires of Araska do? Untap an attacking creature. So they can't untap, they can't like remove my guy from combat to stop the damage in that way. Oh God. Well, so much for that plan. If they stick that on Ulamog, I am screwed. Oh, they didn't do it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why? Why didn't you do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh, in front of that. Like, it's all dead. If I had like a blood artist, this would have been no problem. This would have been, they would have been dead so long ago if I had like a blood artist effect. And I'm not getting anything. The ring tempts you. Yeah. We'll just stick with that. Yeah, I'm going to take the action because I need the cards. I'm going to dredge this because that top card is not doing me any good. We're going to draw this. Oh, this is so frustrating. What do I do with this? I guess we're playing this to make a zombie. And we're going to go fetch because Scoot Swarm right now is not going to save me. Oh, that's right. We don't have any basics left in the deck. This makes my head hurt. Let's see. I can make them lose 3 life. Ocelot Pride would not survive this, however. But I need to make them... I need to gain life, right? So bad. Yes, we're gonna go this route. Conduit is one thing, but dredge. Oh, Chthonian Nightmare might have something to say about this because we have an Aftermath Analyst, but we also have Comball in the graveyard. So we can draw the Chthonian Nightmare, get Comball back. I just don't know if we can survive long enough for any of this to matter. I mean, okay. So, Chthonian Nightmare, bring Comball back. Next turn, I need to make the Ocelot Pride the ring bearer, because then they can't block it.
The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
And yes, I probably should have held on to Besage You to blow up the Shadow Spear or the Nettle Cyst, but what the fuck is that? When you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each color as permanent. You can... What the freaking crap is that? Wow. Just... What? I have a... Is my... I was like, did my... one card? No, it did not. All right, let's make the Pride this. My head hurts trying to figure this out. We need the Chthonian Nightmare back, though. Yeah, because we need the cards. No, I need the Chthonian Nightmare. Yes, we're dredging this. All right. So, Chthonian Nightmare. It's like I'm dancing on the edge of a knife right now. It's so bad. All right, so we're gonna use Chthonian Nightmare. We're gonna select 3. Comball's the play. Get this back. We can actually get back quite a bit of our deck right now that's in the graveyard off that. We can get back Aftermath Analyst, which doesn't do much. We can get back Sword Tooth, which doesn't do much. We can get back Scoot, which does do quite a bit. Especially with Comball sitting over there. All their little tap artifacts and stuff are holding priority, so it's messing with things. All right, come on. All right, we're gonna sack a plant. I'm gonna go 3. Give me Scoot Swarm. Sack this. Yep. Come on. What else is in the graveyard anyways? We got that Analyst, we got the Safekeeper, got Insidious, or Tireless Provisioner. Oh, there's a Blood Artist in there. I'm an idiot. I was just complaining about Blood Artist effects since like there's a Blood Artist in the graveyard, you dumbass. All right, so yeah, behold the power of, you know, things that can really mess with your opponents. And in terms of why Recurring Nightmare is banned in Commander. All right, so Chthonian Nightmare, come on down. Just gonna do this again. Value is 3. I want that Tireless Provisioner. Sack another plant. Come on. All right, replay this. I don't think there's anything else I really care about in the graveyard right now. Well, maybe that Aftermath Analyst, now that I think about it. She's a 2-drop, right? Yes. Okay, 2. Couldn't remember. I don't play with that card very often. All right, so she's there. Like, I'm only doing the, like, I can't get any lands out of my deck because they're all either out or they're exiled, but we're going to mill some stuff. Let's see if we can hit some more lands. Come on, baby. Let's go. And I'm holding the Chthonian Nightmare in case there's something that shows up on the top of a deck that I would rather draw. There's a Corpse Knight. It's got some options for it. Didn't get a good creature to go in the yard off of that one. You know what? There is one more thing we can do. I just realized it off the top of my head. We can sacrifice all of our lands, float some mana, and do a really dumb thing. Alright, so let's play the land to get the trigger here. Let's do a treasure just in case I need the mana. Alright. I wonder if the Scoot Swarm can kill them. Like, that is like the thing I'm trying to figure out here. So I don't need Chthonian Nightmare, I don't think. Or do I need that? So I'm thinking if I draw the Corpse Knight and then I do the song and dance thing with floating mana and sacrificing and stuff. All right, so send the Ocelot Pride. And I'm going to sack a land and keep them from targeting it with that stupid Spire. We're not dredging. I want to draw that card. Nightmare can go in the grave. Because I want that Corpse Knight. Like, I want this Corpse Knight so bad. We need to be able to try to chain gun them down. Okay. We're going to play the Corpse Knight. All right. We're going to start sacrificing lands because I don't care. Aftermath Analyst, go! Intercept. Treasures! Foods.